Hey everybody, thank you for joining me in my live video once again. This is Robert Harley. This is the Excelia Live Show, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my live video. Whether you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to do so. Today I want to talk about the topic on what do you want, or what do you really want. You know, in life we all want things out of life. You know, we all should have goals and dreams, should have things that we want out of life. But the problem is, and I include myself with this statement here, the problem is a lot of people, they don't know what they want, or they're not specific about what it is that they want. A lot of people are vague about what they want. Thank you for all that likes and love there. They're vague about what they want, but we got to know specifically what it is that we want out of life. You know, for example, I'll give you an example. They say, you know, we all want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. Yes, we all want to be. I want to be rich. I'll be the first one to put up my hands up. Want to be rich. And you know, based on last night's video too, I have the right as a human being to be rich. It's my right to be rich. Now, no, that's good. That's good that we want to be rich, but that's vague. We need to be more specific in when we say we want to be rich. How rich? How much? You know, what would you consider yourself to be rich? What level would you consider say, oh, I have arrived, I'm rich now? Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? $3 million? $10 million? You know, $100 million? What at what point would you have to get to before you consider yourself a rich person? You know, is it $1 million? Some people want to get $1 million. They think they're a millionaire. You know, they think they're rich. You know, but $1 million don't take you far these days. You know, you buy a decent house and a decent car, and you know the money's gone. You know, pay off some bills and stuff like that. You know, but you know, so at what level would you consider yourself to be rich? Is it $10 million? If you get $10 million and you say, yes, I'm rich now. So even with that, you got to be specific in knowing what it is you want. You got to be precise. You can't be vague. You can't be general in what it is you want. You know, again, another example. Let's say you want to lose some weight. You want to go on a diet and lose some weight. Again, oops. Oops, what happened there? Oops, sorry guys. Oh, my video got turned around. Oh, did I turn that around? Turn it back around. Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. My phone fell and the video turned around. So, anyways, you guys saw a shot of my computer there. Sorry about that. But again, let's say you want to lose some weight, right? If you want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? You just can't go on a diet. Oh, I'm going to diet because I want to lose some weight. No, you can't do that. You got to be more specific than that. You got to say, I want to go on a diet because I want to lose 25 pounds or 30 pounds, 50 pounds. You got to be specific. You got to be precise in what it is you want, you know? So, you know, again, if you watch my video, you know, I watch a lot of YouTube video, and I've been listening to a lot of Bob Proctor, and just now before I came live, I was listening to that book, The Science of Getting Rich. You know, he talked about there's a specific way of getting rich, and you need to be specific. Now, in listening to Bob Proctor talk about getting these cards here. These 3x5 cards you can buy at the store. These cards here. Now, this is one of the things that he does, and he wrote down on these little 2x5 cards here. See, I have a whole package of it here, a package of it that I bought. This I don't know how many came in a package. It doesn't matter how many is in the package, but I have a package of it right here. Now, I've done some exercise. I'm going to use myself as an example of what it is I'm talking about here. Now, I wrote down some of my stuff here on my card, what I want. See, say I have it up here. It said what I really want. See up there. It said what I really want. You know, it's okay. You don't have to have one. I have two of them here, two of these cards here, and I'm probably going to fill out a couple more. Now, what I'm going to do eventually, I'm going to eventually have these laminated. And once I have them laminated, I'm going to put them in my wallet. Here's my wallet here. I'm going to put these in I laminated them. I have a laminated machine, so eventually I'm going to laminate them. I'm going to put them in my wallet, and at least once a day, minimum once a day, I'm going to take these cards out and review them, read them over. Now, I'm going to read to you what I have written down on these cards. Again, just using myself as an example. And again, because this is how you get things over life, right? You got to be specific. You got to keep what it is you want on the forefront of your mind, on your mind consistently. See, that's where the power lies, in consistency. You can achieve anything in life so long as you're consistent about it. That's what a lot of us don't achieve greatness in our lives, because we're not consistent. We start something, but then we eventually give up, especially when we don't see immediate results, and we don't get, because we're living in a world where we want to see we live in a drive-through society, drive-through world these days, where we want to see quick result, quick turnover, quick ROI, return on our investment. We want to see quick return on our investment of our time and of our efforts. And because we don't see quick return on our time and our effort when we're doing something, we have a tendency to just quit and give up on it, and stop doing it. But it's inconsistency where the power lies, where the secret of success lies. It is inconsistency. You continuously put in consistent effort into what it is you want, in order for you to get the results that you're looking for. And it doesn't matter how long, you got to be consistent at doing that effort. You got to be committed to doing it. So it's in consistency where you'll get the results that you want out of life. So you got to write these things down and consistently review them on a regular basis. Now, this is where when you go to buy yourself a pack of these little cards here, here's some blank ones here. I'm gonna fill these in, but these ones I have for now. When you go out and buy yourself some of these cards, these are when you got to be specific about what it is you want. You can't be vague. You can't be saying, "Oh, I want to lose some weight." No, if you put down, "I want to lose some weight" on these cards, you got to put down specifically how much weight you want to lose. If you want to earn some money, you got to be specific on how much money you want to earn. If you want to get a new car, you got to be specific on the type and the car that you want, the car, the model of the year, and even when you're expecting to get the car. Now, talking about that, I have written down here on this card here about getting a car, but I need to go back and do that again myself. Again, I'm using myself as an example here. You got to be specific of what it is you want. It can't be vague. You got to narrow it down to what it is you want, and that's when you got to do some soul searching. That's when you gotta really search within and say, what is it that I really want? And you got to know, and don't feel bad or think you're going to be feeling selfish in identifying what it is you want. You got to know, because that's how, when God or the universe is going to bring it to you, is when you're specific. Because again, you're sending that, according to the law of attraction, you're sending out that signal, you're sending out that that request out into the universe, and the universe is going to send you back that which you're sending out as a request of what you want. So that's why you have to be specific in this, on knowing what you want, what it is you're sending out into the universe, because that's what you send out is what you're going to get back. So so I'm gonna just read a couple things that I have here on these cards. I might not read all of them, but again, just to give you an example of what it is that I'm talking about, and what it is that I that I that when it comes to being specific and how you want to use these cards. Now I got this idea from Bob Proctor. So if you guys want to know more about these kind of things, go listen to Bob Proctor on YouTube, because he teaches about doing these things. This is how he got to the level of success that he got. He got started up by using these cards and writing down what it is he wants on these cards, and carrying on the card around with him, and reading what's on them several times a day. So this is not my idea. I don't know, not my idea of doing this. I'm getting it from somebody else. Anyways, let me just read a couple things that I have written down here as an example of for you. So when you're ready to go get yourself some of these cards and ready to put down on these cards what it is you want, you have an example of to go by. Now I have right now, I said, I want to earn $1 million in 2 years. I want to earn $1 million in 2 years. Now, before I go on, this is something I forgot to mention about doing these cards. When you're doing these cards here, you just focus on what it is you want. Don't focus on how it's going to happen. Don't focus on the how it's going to happen. You focus on what it is you want. Your part you have to play is you just got to focus on what it is you want. Don't worry about the how it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. When you focus on what it is, the universe have a way, or God has a way of bringing things into being. He'll bring people and circumstances across your path that will help you to bring you what it is that you want into reality. People will just come, people and circumstances will just arrange themselves in a way they'll help you, but you're not going to know how. So you don't focus on the how. Focus on what it is you want. What it is you want. You on the why, and that's your job. Your job is to focus on what you want. The how will work itself out. So don't worry about, if you say, like for example, I wrote down here, I want to earn $1 million in 2 years. Now I can't be going around saying, how am I going to do that? How is the money going to come from? How is it going to happen? Where is the money going to come from? I don't have $1 million. I don't have a way of making $1 million. How is that going to possible? How is that going to possible? No, I can't afford to make my mind be bombarded with those kind of thoughts. What I need to do, what's my job, what's my part to play in this is for me to focus on this. That's why I want at least once a day, minimum once a day, I need to take these cards out and review it and just focus on that. Don't focus. My job is not to focus on how it's going to happen. My job is focus on what I want. This is what I want. The how it will work itself out. God and the universe, whatever you want to call it, will arrange things and bring people and circumstances across my path to make it happen. And so that's the how is not my job to figure it out, but my job is to focus on what I want, and that's what your job is going to be. So I have here, and I want to earn $1 million in 2 years. And I'm not going to focus on how that's going to happen. That's not my job. My job is to focus. I want to earn $1 million in 2 years. So that's my job. I focus on that. I said I want to be a best-selling author of many books. So I want to write many books. I already written one book, and I'm working on getting that published. If one of you following my videos, you know that I'm working on that. But I have 2 other books that I'm working on. So I want to be the best-selling author of many books. I said I want to be a high. Another thing that I put here, I want to be a highly sought after, in high demand, in transformational, inspirational speaker. I want to be a highly sought after and in high demand, transformational and inspirational speaker. So, and then I put here, I want to travel the world as a speaker, as a transformational speaker, travel the whole world as a speaker. So, I probably, some of these things I can even be more specific. And maybe when I say want to travel the world, I can say, I can even list some of the places that I want to go. Like Hong Kong, or Africa, or the Philippines, or Russia, the Europe, England, wherever. I can even put in Pacific location that I like to go to speak in, and also as a speaker I can even put down some of the companies. I can even put down more specifically what some of the companies that I like to go to get invitation to go speak at some of the different companies and organizations, some of the convention centers that I like to go speak at. Even those kind of areas that I can even go back and be more specific and write them all those kind of things down. Again, the how am I going to be a high demand public speaker? That's not for me to figure out. My job is just to focus. That's what I want. That's what I'm sending out in the universe. I want to be in a high demand and highly sought after public speaker, motivational speaker, transformational speaker, inspirational speaker. The how that can happen, I don't know, but that's not my job. My job is to focus on what I want. That's what your job is going to do. Your job is, once you do one of these things here, and I have these Socket Top 101, I have two of them here. Your job is going to be on focus on what you want. Send that out into the universe, because what it is you send out into the universe is what the universe is going to send back to you. And again, you put, when you focus on these things here, try to put as much emotions behind it as possible. Emotion, because again, that's how you signals you send out into the universe. It's the emotional. I don't want to get too much into the law of attraction type thing here, because I myself are still learning about these kind of things. But it's the emotion that's you put behind what you want. That's how the universe gonna you send out that signal to the universe to send it back to you. So again, when you're doing one of these things, try to be as specific as possible. You don't say I want to lose some weight. You have to be specific. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. Don't say I want to earn lots of money. No, be specific. I want to earn $100,000 in 12 months. In 12 months I want to earn $100,000. Be specific like that. You got to be specific. You got to know what you want, and when you're putting out the request of what it is you want, you got to be specific. If you're single, you want to be married, you got you're looking for a husband or a wife, be specific of what it is you want in that husband and in the wife, and how soon you want to get married. Whatever area that you're working on, that you want to see results. You got to be specific in what it is you want. You got to find out. That's when the soul searching. You got to do some soul searching and kind of really dig deep down on the inside of you to figure out what is it I want. What is it I want, and try to be as specific, precise as possible in so doing. And that's how you're gonna get what it is you want. That's how you're gonna use this card. And now again, a minimum of once a day, you take these cards out and you review them several times a day, if possible, times allowed. If you find yourself standing in line, like you're at the bank, and you're standing in line at the bank, while you're standing in line, just pull them out, review them while you're standing in line. If you're at the Starbucks, buying some coffee at the coffee shop, and you're standing in line waiting for it's your turn to put your order in, pull out the card and review them while you're standing in line. We have all these little a segment of time that we can use to be more productive, to spend them more, instead of standing in line, you know, idling in line waiting for your turn. You could be more productive. Have one of these things, you pull them out, review them while they stand in line, while they waiting for your turn to for it's your turn to order whatever you want. So these kind of time we can make be put them to better use. Stand in line, wait in line, whatever. If you're out somewhere, again, have a little bit of time, a couple, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, pull them out and review them. Make good use of those little segment of time that you find yourself having and have not really had nothing to do, but pull these out and review them while you have those kind of time. Anyways, again, when you're gonna do these kind of things, you got to figure what it is you want, and you got to be specific about it. Don't be vague, don't be general, don't be and and don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. That's not your job. Your job is to just focus on what you want. Be specific about it and focus on that. The how will work itself out. The universe will have a way of working things out, will bring circumstances and people across your path that will help you bring that into reality. But you don't focus on that. Focus on what you want and be specific as possible. Again, if I have here, I want a car. But again, if you want a car, how soon do you want a car? I have it here in 3 months. I want to have a new car. But again, it can be more specific than that. It can be the type of car you want, the year, the model, the the size, all those kind of things. Be specific about it. Or even the color of the car. What color do you want the car to be? And all those kind of things. Be specific as possible. That will help you. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here, guys. I don't know how long I've been doing this. One thing about this, when I'm doing it on my phone don't keep track of the time. So sometimes I don't know how long I've been doing these live videos. When I do it on my computer, the computer gives me a timer. I can see how long I've been going, but on the phone I don't have that. So I don't know how long I've been doing this, but I think it's been probably over 20 minutes by now. Anyways, thanks for joining me. This is Robert Hardy. This is the Excelia Live Show. Thanks for joining me. Again, please like these videos. Please share these videos. And please leave a comment on these videos. And thank you guys for all of you guys who taking the time to watch. God bless you. I love you. Peace.